So it's starting to feel real and you want a couple of solutions. I've got some. There are certain milestones we hit in life where all of a sudden we have a little bit of a wake-up call where we're saying, how is this actually going to work with my lifestyle after I am no longer able to work or I decide I don't want to work? Today we're going to be talking about how to make up for lost time and kick your savings into high gear at the optimal time. But before we go into the content, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. I make a video a week on Sundays and would love to have you along. I will forever say that the best way for a person to prepare for retirement is to start in their 20s, saving 10% of their income all the way until your 60s. But I recognize that not everybody's life story is that picture perfect. There's periods of our life where we are no longer able to save. Maybe we get laid off from a job. Maybe there was a big medical event. Maybe you had a divorce. All of these things can be expensive or just take away from those retirement savings. So we could be at the point where we need to think a little bit more strategically about how to build up that nest egg so that we are sitting comfortably in retirement. So I have 5 different optimal points in your life where you can kick into high gear your savings. The first is when you pay off a big loan expense. So think about those student loans, those mortgages, car loans. So once those loan expenses conclude, if you can continue that cash flow but reroute the money towards retirement, you can stockpile a little bit more money and give your retirement account a little bit more of an oomph. Now the pushback I get here is often, yeah, but I've been waiting for a really long time to finally relax. And I get that. That is the weariness of debt. And we have to recognize that and acknowledge it. But at the same time, you have built that higher cash flow need into your lifestyle already. You can continue that a couple more years or even just 1 year. 1 year of extra savings going towards retirement. You're gonna set yourself up just a little bit better. The second optimal time for you to save a little bit more towards retirement is when a large expense related to your kids stops. Particularly if you are cash flowing your child's college education. Once you're finished paying for that college expense for your child, that's maybe an extra $20,000 or $30,000 you could potentially put towards your retirement. You have been taking so much of your cash flow and paying for things for your kids. It's time for you to reroute that money for your own security in retirement. Because Lord knows, you and your children don't want the situation where they are helping you satisfy your lifestyle in retirement just because you are overextending yourself for that. Not a good situation for either party involved. The third optimal time is when you get a raise. When you get a raise at your job, it is an exciting time. You know that there's going to be a little bit extra money coming in, which is going to free you up to do X, Y, and Z. But that is also a good time to just increase a little bit towards your savings. So in that circumstance, what I would be doing, as soon as I get my raise, I would go directly to my 401k and maybe bump it up by 1%. That way, it's absorbing some of that extra cash flow, but I'm not feeling it because it's being taken out even before I get paid. Optimal point number 4 is when your business is very profitable in a given year. You're gonna be looking for a deduction anyway, and saving for retirement is actually a fantastic deduction. If you don't have any employees, a SEP IRA is a fantastic way to save for retirement. You could set up a 401k if you have some employees, simple IRA, or even just your traditional IRA. The 5th and final time that is optimal for you to stockpile a little bit more money towards retirement is right now. I know. We want to look for those optimal times that are some point in the future, but you have every capability of doing something right here, right now. Yeah, right now, you could go to your computer and maybe increase the amount that you're saving. Maybe that requires you calling your advisor. Maybe it requires you setting up an account. I know 2 women in particular who are saving 25% of their income. They are within 5 years of retiring, and they recognize that their kids are out of the home and they are fully able to save a huge chunk of money every single paycheck, and that gets them one step closer to their goal. So you, my friend, are also fully capable of saving right now. And I give you full permission to go ahead and do that. All right, friends, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. With all of that, I will leave you, and you take care.